We're already at 75K for the week.
Take a look at me now. Those shoes and I got them going wild. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Got a cougar with me in the house. Yeah. She ain't got nothing to say.
Yeah, you gotta lock in, bro. Yeah, make a wish. Welcome to this vlog. I don't know what I'm gonna call this vlog, honestly, but right now I'm going on the way to physical therapy. So I had a busy day today, honestly. I was on meetings back to back since like 8 a.m. honestly 8:30 in the morning. But Zorad, so you guys know I did a testimonial with him. He did $21,000 in September as a setter. He's currently a closer. And man, like, bro, that dude is honestly probably the best hire like ever, honestly, because he's collected 50K. He just started closing on Monday. We moved him up to closer full time, and he's at 50K for the week already, bro, and it's Friday. Crazy. He's dialing, like, he doesn't have to dial, but he's dialing to, like, you know, get more sets up on the board for himself and then close them. Like, that person is just like the true embodiment of like what it takes to get to, you know, the next level, to get to $1 million a month, 100K a month, like literally, bro. So it's cool because he set the standard high, and I've been setting higher standards and stuff for the team, for all my teams actually, and I've been cutting off certain people, you know, that aren't with the vision, that don't meet the standard. And it's honestly just been a blessing. And if you're a manager, you want to get into management, you need to, I would say, first off, don't hire friends. That's another thing, because whenever you hire friends, it's just weird because you're more so of that authority figure rather than, because like there's no boundaries set, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, well, I gotta tell this person what to do, but they're my friend. Like, it's just weird. They don't see you as that authority figure, and something has to change. You know, you need to have boundaries set with them. Stop hiring friends. Last month we did $500 and I think $10,000 cash collected, and it was a bad month for us. So not bad. 500K is a bad month for us now. That's the point that we're at, which is just a blessing, honestly, in itself. This month we're projected to do 500K again. I mean, it's Christmas is this month and New Year's. We're already at 75K for the week. Yeah, I'm going to PT right now, physical therapy, and then after we're going to hang out with Kawa, Celeste, who is a closer on our offer, and then Ariana, who you guys have seen on this channel before. I got my LLC finally. Paid for that, I think 2 weeks ago, and then I'm getting opening a business account tomorrow. I have a meeting with Chase, and then I'm getting a business card, a business account, and I'm going to the mall to get my mom some perfume for her birthday, some other stuff for her birthday as well, like flowers and balloons and stuff. But yeah, and then I'm going back home to my crib in a couple weeks, which is amazing. I did my first masterclass, which is huge. First masterclass for a community. His name's Arthur, but there was 15 people on there. They absolutely loved it. So if you guys want access to that masterclass one that I did with them, just, you know, message me on Instagram at @TheRealAaronThomas, and then I'll send it over to you. There's a lot of new changes coming within not just the community, but like the offers and stuff. Like it's gonna be a really good 2 months, next 2 months for sure. I'm moving out, like everything's going good so far. Gonna be scaling the community even harder. Yeah, who knows, we may even have a guest speaker in our community as well.
I only got brothers, I don't got no friends. Game on with your life with no VPN. I'm living my life like I just hit the lotto. You don't need to spend
Calvin, say what's up. The vlog. Alright, we just left. Now we're at Dave & Buster's right now. Oh my god, how did she finish at 3? Oh my god. 3? What'd you get?
They started counting down before I even started playing.
Alright, let's go again. What? 71?
I got 51.
Damn.
Come Green Hippo. Get ready.
Damn. Yo, put some hip into it.
Hitting the fucking light. Oh my god.
How the fuck did I get 2 and they got 40? What was your high score? 92?
40.
I think I got 92. What was your high score? You're camera shy, huh?
I just know that I beat him, so.
Alright. I ended up beating all their asses. I ended up losing by 1 by Tikawa. I beat him, I beat her, and I beat her. He beat me by 1 point.
It was a 4-point comeback.
I'm currently at the bank right now. I just opened up a business account and a savings account as well for my LLC. Waiting for her to bring back some more documents. The more money you make, the more stuff, the more accounts, I guess, you have to put in place and stuff like that. All right, so I just got done with that. Just got an account. Now I'm going to get a smog check because I don't know when was the last time I got it. I thought it was like last year or something, but I tried to get my car registration, like the tags for your license, and they haven't sent it yet because they said I need a smog check, so it's crazy. It's like very quiet. Yesterday was a hella traffic, bro. It was like, it took me like almost 2 hours just to get to the Korean barbecue. One thing that I realized, you know, just being alone, being in your own space, is that you got to be I'm very grateful for everything that's happening to me, you know, the good and the bad, because the reason why I say that is because like everything happens for a reason, you know, like whether it's good or for bad, it's always teaching you something, you know, there's always a benefit from it. Just thinking about where I was like 2 years ago, bro, 3 years ago when I had my own agency, right? And there's literally clips on my YouTube channel. If you go all the way down to the bottom, you'll see me cold calling for, you know, my friends. It was my business partner, SMMA. Like, it's just crazy to see where I was there. I was in my office. I just rented an office for like $300 a month with my brother, and I just got into it. Was crazy, bro. I was doing that, and then that was when I transitioned to high ticket sales to be a setter. I remember I would literally be dialing. I would take a break, go on lunch break, go out, get something to eat. I got Arby's, and then I come back. I'd watch Avatar: The Last Airbender on my break, and then I would dial, and then I would take like a nap, like a 1 hour nap, and I get back to dialing, and I go home. Just to see where I'm at now, you know, drawing up my vision board and just like taking notes and stuff like that in terms of like where I want to be, and I'm literally like living in it right now. It's kind of surreal, and I'm very grateful. Even if I didn't, I'm very grateful for positive experiences and quote unquote negative experiences, even though those are learning experiences, because how you have to view life and everything that you do is like, you can't fail, right? You only learn. And when you learn, you grow, right? And you become better. And when you have positive thinking, you don't fail, you just learn, right? It's impossible to fail. The only way you fail is when you give up, is when you quit. That's the only time you lose. Even though if you're in a hard situation now at the moment, use that hard situation as a learning experience, not as an experience to be negative and say, oh, I'm never gonna get out of this. I'm the type of person who always loses. Like, no, you're just reaffirming that, and you're giving the universe what you want. The universe gives you what you want. If you tell the universe, you know, and because the universe communicates in energy, not in words, right? So if you're feeling positive all the time, you're gonna get positive experiences because that's what you're attracting. But if you're feeling negative all the time, and like, we all feel it, right? We know those people who are negative out there, who are pessimistic. When you get around them, that type of energy, if you're that type of person, that's what you're gonna attract. That's why that's why you have negative experiences. That's why, you know, there's people that are always broke, right? Because there's a cycle. When you have negative thoughts, that turns into negative feelings. When you have negative feelings, that attracts negative experiences. When you have negative experiences, that reaffirms your thoughts and your beliefs, and it's so on and so forth. It's just a constant cycle. I've always been an optimistic person ever since I was a little kid. Even though when things didn't look bright, I was always gonna say, yeah, but I always have hope, right? I know I'm gonna make it, right? I'm gonna be a billionaire. I don't care what it takes, like legally, right? Obviously, but I'm gonna be a billionaire. I'm gonna be someone special, someone big. I'm gonna leave a legacy for my family. I didn't know how I was gonna do it, but I'm doing it, right? So just understand that, like, you have to be positive in life. If there's one thing you don't get from this video, is just be positive and be grateful every single day, because you're living, you're breathing, you have 2 legs, you have 2 arms, you can talk, you can listen, you can hear, and you can see. But no, yeah, got the team trip coming next month. We're gonna be going to the Bahamas, I believe, and then after that, gonna be moving houses out to Florida. And yeah, expect a lot of big changes coming, because there's gonna be a lot of interesting content, a lot of new content coming. But yeah, I'm just really excited for next year, because I know definitely I'm gonna be making 6 figures a month next year. My goal is to be making around 200 to 300K a month profit by December of next year. I've already seen it, I've already done it up here. I'm like really excited to get back to my mom and my siblings. One thing that I really want to do too is really cool is just like my little brother's in high school, and my goal is to get I'm gonna get like a Lambo, and I want to pick up my brother from high school, bro, and just see, like, you know, I feel like that's pretty cool, you know. It's kind of like oh yeah, that's my big brother, you know. I wish I would have had that. Money's only useful, or it's only fun, or it's only valuable if you're able to use it around the people who you love, right? And if it's just yourself, it doesn't mean shit, you know. I had a video on here where like I had like my biggest month yet, and I was like feeling hopeless, you know, and I was in a dark place around that time. But I feel like if you have the money and you use it right with the people you love, and you know you're smart with your money and you make it last forever, I feel like that's how life is supposed to be lived. All right, I ended up getting the perfume. There's like two perfumes in here. I got her a card, and then I got her some gift cards as well. So Starbucks, Domino's, other places, and then perfume. Got it wrapped up like that. And this is this almost sold out too, by the way. This is why we do what we do though, honestly. Right? This is why we work so hard. It's why we stay up till 12 a.m., 1 a.m. in the morning. This is why we wake up at like 5, 4 a.m. in the morning. Because again, money means nothing if you can't spend it with your family or your loved ones, your friends. And I wouldn't have it any other way. I mean, my mom works really fucking hard, and I look up to her in many ways, and she knows that. So yeah, and then I haven't done any work today, but we have a webinar that launched today for the fitness offer. That's actually happening right now. We have that going on, and then the webinar from another trading offer is tomorrow, which is cool. And then I'm honestly gonna give that offer to one of my mentees and just get a percentage off of it, because I personally don't want to run it. There's just only 20% US leads, and it doesn't really make any sense. And that's another thing, right? So if you're in management, or you're looking to get into management, I guarantee client management clients, because I get a lot of people in my DMs. I'm starting to get a lot more, I should say, asking me to manage their offers, and I can't take on that many offers, you know. I just can't. And I don't really want to. I do quality over quantity. So what I do is I simply, okay, cool, you want a manager, perfect. If you're in my program, I'll give you that offer, and I'll show you how to run it and how to scale it up. I mean, some people just want to get into management immediately. Like, they've only been in setting for like a month, or they've only been in the space for like a month or 2 months. Like, it does not work like that. You have to put the work in first. I'd say minimum 6 months, collect minimum 200K. You're gonna get blown up. Like, your phone's getting blown up immediately, like when you wake up, like even before you wake up to all these messages, right? You have to answer, solve all these problems, put out the fires. People are asking you, how do I overcome this? How do I overcome that? How do you overcome this objection? What do I say here? How can I make my discovery better? And if you haven't been in this space long enough, you don't understand setting or closing to that extent, to that, you know, that depth, that deep enough level, you can't help them out. And if you can't help them out, they can't make as much money as they want, and you can't make as much money as you want, and the company won't be able to. Now it's buying perfume and stuff like that, because before I wasn't gonna be able to do this. I think about 2 years ago, you know, bless my family with, you know, pricey gifts or whatever. But first, now it's this, and then in a couple of years it'll be the car that she wants, right? And then a couple of years from now it'll be a house, right? And then they'll be retiring her. So yeah, very, very, very grateful and blessed to be in this position for sure. And once you get in this position, because it will happen if you have the conviction within yourself, hope you guys could do the same too. So, or you guys should do that for your family. All right, I'm at Cal's house right now on the meeting,
right? Whatever.
JJ's meeting, my mentor.
I knew that. I was like, when I see someone wearing these glasses, they kind of look like they're a little more wide.
Waiting for the UFC fight.
I remember thinking, I was like, oh, beyond, because what you're saying is true, Josh, for cars, unless you guys are all.
All right, so Cal took us to the Diddy spot called Guac Daddy. Yo, Cal, where we at?
Guac Daddy.
It's the diddler. I have not eaten since last night, Korean barbecue. We're in the future. That's crazy. Fit. All right. right, so just got back home. I haven't been back since, I guess, middle of October. Man, I missed this fucking view, bro. It's just crazy. I'll give you guys a house tour, and I mean, my shit, I'm not gonna lie though, don't judge, because my place is, I haven't been here in like a month and a half. Just some, you know, miscellaneous shit, blankets, iron board. I don't have any groceries at all right, so don't fucking flame me. Damn, these eggs are probably so bad. It says sell by August 1st. Yo! That's that. That's the living room. And then I have suitcases, don't grill me, because I never, I just didn't feel like getting, what do you even call it? A dresser, just because I just never, I don't know, bro. Just never wanted to. This is the closet. So it's not bad. And then I got some of my Muay Thai stuff down here below. Well, obviously I can't do this right now. I have to wait like 9 to 12 months to get back into Muay Thai. But yeah, back when I was in Muay Thai, I had my gloves. These are some pretty sick gloves. I actually fuck with these heavy. Got my shin guards. And I have other shin guards too in my trunk. But yeah, pretty much keep most of my shit here. And my basketball shoes right there as well. And if you guys are sneakerheads, I got these recently for my birthday. And also got the Fearless ones as well. I think these are 12s. I'm not really a big sneakerhead anymore, honestly. I kind of was, but there's that. And then, yeah, that's the table. And then that's the front door. But yeah, that's a little house tour. I think it's like 710 square feet. And then we also have a basketball hoop, a basketball court. We have a gym downstairs. And then there's this coffee shop downstairs below. But yeah, this is my crib.
Hey.
Hey, how you doing? Freddie's hiring a DM setter, so I was just wondering, like, do you have like experience, or like, you know, how long have you been in sales, things like that? Yeah, make a wish. Yay! You're a clap, fuck nigga. It's not really her birthday, we just lied, but yeah, her birthday's on New Year's.
It's technically my birthday in like, what, 25 days?
Yeah, that's true. Her birthday's on New Year's. Oh, look at Elsa and Anna.
You know their names, bro? What the fuck?
Bro, I have sisters. Yeah, how's that an excuse? You think I watched Frozen?
Aaron's gonna be a dad 2026.
All right, bro.
Go,
I hope, no, don't pray that, bro. Don't pray that I become a dad, bro. If I become a dad, you're taking care of the kids.
Yo, I'm leaving with you.
This dude Calwa is so fucking immature, bro. What the fuck you put? Fucking name, bro. Diddy. Yeah, you gotta lock in, bro. All right, I'm winning as usual. Yeah, Surfski. Oh my gosh, she hit everything but the fucking rim. Oh! Air ball! All right, so it is the next morning. So we went to downtown Disney, we went up bowling. I fucked up because I ended up giving the method to, because Malachi, when I went bowling with him and Calwa last time, Malachi gave me the method. He told me the method and it was working, I was beating everybody, and then I told the fucking method to all of them last night, and they ended up fucking, Calwa won twice, I got third place, Ariana came in last the first game, and then like I came in last the last game, and Celeste almost won. So it was just, I'm not giving in my secrets to nobody no more. But it's good, because I mean, I haven't gone out in I don't know how long. Like a good reset day. Yeah, I gotta make a lot of trainings in terms of like for the community, and then also for, you know, my setters and things like that. There's a lot of trainings in here that I have to make. Like there's a fuck ton, like make a training on building rapport the right way, which is pretty much asking the right questions when done correctly, how to vet a company when applying to roles, not replying back so fast, responding back so fast when you're talking on the phone with the lead, making a chart from a video on pain to like impact, not taking vague responses as an answer. There's just so much stuff. Like there's just so much shit that I have on here for the VIP, for my VIP students and for my setters, that honestly I think I'm gonna be raising the price even more, because like every time a setter has something that they're dealing with, I always add it to the VIP. I make a training on it, add it to the VIP, and boom. So if I show you guys here, so the offer today, and then let me go to job post here. So that's today, 2 today so far, and then just a fuck ton the past week. Again, I've had people tell me like, hey, I wish I would have found Setter HQ sooner. So if you're a setter and you're looking to like actually make a lot of money, $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 a month, and I would suggest you join, you know, because I'm gonna be raising the prices very soon. This is worth a lot of money. I honestly should be selling this for like 10K, but I'm giving it to you guys for a monthly subscription. So if you haven't joined it, join now. How you can join is the link that will be in the description below. If you want to get one-on-one mentorship from myself or Freddie, just message me on Instagram or join the community and then message me there. Subscribe to my channel so that we can see more vlogs and more ways on how you can make more money with high ticket sales and, you know, with management, things like that. If you're trying to get into management, message me down in the description below on my Instagram. I'll see if I can help you out. Other than that, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.